The other star of the New York City Democrat Party in New York City is AOC. And I wanted to play this for you, Buck. This was last night. Bernie Sanders and AOC had a town hall with Caitlin Collins. And she was asked, AOC was, why are Republicans successful online? And she said two different things. One, because we'll just listen to her. I won't characterize it. Here's cut 18.
When they talk about Republicans and their success online, they have been successful because they have also been very clear, especially digitally, about what they believe. That women are inferior, that they do not deserve equal rights, that they believe that LGBTQ Americans are subhuman, that they believe and are circulating disgusting racial and white supremacist messaging that they are able to get away with digitally and online.
Get away with. They have no hope for young men. I mean, I just wrote a book. It's coming out called Balls, Buck, but this is not a good pitch. I just don't think AOC is very aware of how the internet works based on that answer.
I want AOC to be the great commiesplainer of masculinity for the Democrats. I want her to be out in the forefront telling all young men, because they have, as Democrats would say, their lived experience. They have been through, men, particularly now in their 20s, they've been through the COVID shutdowns and the complete eradication of free speech, scientific inquiry, and everything else that the left manufactured during that. They've been through the toxic masculinity talks. They've been through CNN doing documentaries about how college campuses are, quote, like hunting grounds for the constant sexual assaults and sexual abusers that are other college students. That's what they're saying. They've been through all of this, and they know that something is really wrong with the Democrat Party. And if the Democrat Party's response is going to be, no, actually, your toxic masculinity is the problem, great. Stay with that. Stay on that, Democrats. Have AOC tell young men how they should really feel about things. And if they don't agree with her, it's because they're sexist and racist. Love it. Keep it going. Blast it from the rooftops.
That's exactly what she did in Cut 19, Buck. She's listening to you. She's running the game plan. Cut 19 AOC last night on CNN.
They are able to radicalize and target and exploit a generation of young boys, in particular, away from healthy masculinity and into an insecure masculinity that requires the domination of others who are poorer, browner, darker, or a different gender than them. And that is why they are resonating online, because they are appealing to the most basest and worst parts of human nature.
Toxic masculinity. I think about this all the time because I've got 3 boys, and also because I just wrote the book, Buck. But the Democrat brand, it has become a slur for young men. They will accuse each other of being Democrats. Black men, white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, teenage young men. I don't know how they come back from this. I am very certain that it is not by having a woman lecture young men that they are actually toxic, because that's why they've left in the first place. We don't talk ever. Have you ever heard anybody talk about toxic femininity? Have you ever heard a huge national discussion about how women are toxic and they are destroying the country? Maybe we need to have that conversation, because liberal women are toxic and they are destroying the country. But young men have been told their entire lives that they are the problem. And this is me getting on the soapbox because I think about this so much, Buck. I see the world through the eyes of my kids. You and I are roughly of the age, and a lot of listeners are out there, where we were raised in the idea that men and women should both be able to aspire to the apex of success, whatever it might be. Become president, fly a plane, whatever you want to do, be an astronaut. Everyone should be able to aspire to the apex, to pursue the meritocracy to the fullest extent of their ability. And I think everybody out there nods along and says, yeah, that's good. Men, women, be the best that you can be. There's a difference between be the best that you can be, which I would say is the culture and era in which you and I were raised, and women are better than men. And sometime around, and I don't know the exact year, but sometime around 2012, 10, 14, in that era of social media rising and Barack Obama, we moved from women and men should both be able to be as successful as they possibly can to men are bad. Certainly Me Too accelerated it, and women are better than men. And this is the era now that young men are being raised in, and they're looking around and saying, why am I being blamed for everything in America? Actually, America's awesome, first of all. Secondly, to a large degree, America is awesome because of brave men and women, but a lot of brave men. And masculinity isn't toxic at all. And so that is, I think, the foundational issue that emerged in 2024. And Democrats don't seem capable of addressing it in any way that is going to be successful. I think it's getting worse for them.
Yes. If I had to take a wild guess on the number of pictures and videos Carrie and I have made in our son's first 6 months of life, I mean, it's probably in the thousands. He's so cute. We can't help it. But having an iPhone handy to capture every moment makes it so easy. But remember back in the day when you had to have like a Polaroid or VHS camcorder and all these technologies that are gone now? What happens to all that stuff? Well, thanks to Legacy Box, you can now get it all digitized. It's so easy. It's fantastic. Those old baby pictures, videos of Christmas, videos of holidays and school plays and all kinds of stuff, Legacy Box can transfer that for you. They've done it for more than 1.5 million families, including mine and Clay's. So Legacy Box is just the best in the business at this, and it's such a fun thing to do, especially as we enter the holidays. Send Legacy Box your tapes and photos in the specially made shipping box that they'll send to you. Their technicians hand transfer your memories on the digital files. You can also have them on the cloud or in a thumb drive. Go to legacybox.com/buck. Save 50% on their services now. That's legacybox.com/buck to save 50% off. legacybox.com/buck.
The best antidote to wokeness?
The Clay and Buck Show. Like, subscribe, and share.